As Sudan enters the third year of its catastrophic internal war, the violence shows no sign of abating. The conflict, now defined by ethnically targeted massacres, mass displacement and foreign interference, has taken an even darker turn with the systematic targeting of journalists. This comes as the humanitarian crisis reaches new heights and international peace efforts continue to falter. The war, primarily between the Sudanese Armed Forces, led by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, commanded by Mohamed Hamdan Dagalo, also known as Hemeti, has displaced over 8 million people and left thousands dead. Most recently, at least 25 civilians were killed in El-Fasher, North Darfur, on the war's second anniversary, mirroring earlier large-scale atrocities in West Darfur, particularly against non-Arab communities like the Masalit. But now, the RSF's reign of terror is increasingly targeting voices of truth. According to the International Federation of Journalists, 5 media workers have been killed by the RSF in less than 2 months. The slain journalists, Khalid Ibrahim, Abdel Rahman Mohammed Abdel Rahman, Yassin Awad, Osama Idris and Mohammed Adam Ismail, were reportedly murdered during RSF attacks on El-Fasher, Nyala and Khartoum. Some were executed on the spot, while others were caught in crossfire or hunted down amid broader violence. This war is not only against civilians but against those who seek to tell the truth, said a representative from the Sudanese Journalists Syndicate. The International Federation of Journalists has strongly condemned these killings, calling on international institutions to take immediate action and ensure the safety of remaining journalists in Sudan. The Sudanese conflict, initially rooted in military rivalry and ethnic tensions, has now become a proxy war with Egypt, backing the Sudanese Armed Forces and the United Arab Emirates, allegedly arming the Rapid Support Forces. The result is a prolonged and brutal confrontation in which civilians, and now journalists, have become deliberate targets. A recent diplomatic summit in London aimed at charting a peace path collapsed without progress, highlighting the deepening disconnect between Western calls for ceasefire and regional actors' strategic interests in the Red Sea and Horn of Africa corridor. The London summit revealed that Sudan is no longer just a national crisis, it's a geopolitical chessboard, said one African Union analyst. Western nations have found themselves increasingly sidelined in negotiations, with local civil society voices drowned out by competing Gulf agendas. Beyond the physical toll, the war has triggered an information blackout in key regions. The systematic killing of journalists, destruction of media houses, and shutdown of communication lines by warring factions have left millions in the dark. In Nyala, the RSF allegedly burned down media offices, while in Khartoum reporters are either in hiding or in exile. Despite these risks, grassroots Sudanese organizations and diaspora groups continue to amplify civilian voices and demand accountability. Their calls are growing louder for robust humanitarian aid, stronger international sanctions against war profiteers, and emergency protection for journalists operating under siege. The human cost continues to rise. The fallout from the war is staggering. Refugee flows have overwhelmed neighboring Chad, South Sudan, and Ethiopia. In Darfur, ethnic cleansing tactics continue. In Khartoum, urban warfare and economic collapse have left once thriving neighborhoods in ruins. This is not just a political struggle. It is a humanitarian catastrophe, said a spokesperson for the Sudanese Doctors Union. Hospitals lack electricity, medical supplies are depleted, and entire towns are cut off from aid. A call for global accountability. The growing death toll, the targeting of truth-tellers, and the collapse of diplomatic mechanisms underscore the urgent need for coordinated global action. Rights groups are calling for international tribunals to investigate war crimes, for protection mechanisms for journalists, and for global powers to prioritize humanitarian needs over regional alliances. Sudan's 2-year war is not just a crisis for one nation. It is a test of the world's commitment to justice, truth, and human dignity.